Our daily devotional and Bible reading for April 12th. Our reading today comes from the Gospel of Luke chapter 11, verses 33 through 54. No one, after lighting a lamp, puts it in a cellar or under a basket, but on a stand so that those who enter may see the light. Your eye is the lamp of your body. When your eye is healthy, your whole body is full of light, but when it is bad, your body is full of darkness. Therefore be careful lest the light in you be darkness. If then your whole body is full of light, having no part dark, it will be wholly bright, as when a lamp with its rays gives you light. While Jesus was speaking, a Pharisee asked him to dine with him, so he went in and reclined at table. The Pharisee was astonished to see that he did not first wash before dinner. And the Lord said to him, "Now you Pharisees cleanse the outside of the cup and of the dish, but inside you are full of greed and wickedness. You fools, did not he who made the outside make the inside also? But give as alms those things that are within, and behold, everything is clean for you. But woe to you, Pharisees! For you tithe mint and rue and every herb, and neglect justice and the love of God. These you ought to have done without neglecting the others. Woe to you, Pharisees, for you love the best seat in the synagogues and greetings in the marketplaces. Woe to you, for you are like unmarked graves, and people walk over them without knowing it." One of the lawyers answered him, "Teacher, in saying these things you insult us also." And he said, "Woe to you, lawyers, also, for you load people with burdens hard to bear, and you yourselves do not touch the burdens with one of your fingers. Woe to you, for you build the tombs of the prophets whom your fathers killed. So you are witnesses, and you consent to the deeds of your fathers, for they killed them, and you build their tombs. Therefore also the wisdom of God said, I will send them prophets and apostles, some of whom they will kill and persecute, so that the blood of all the prophets shed from the foundation of the world may be charged against this generation. From the blood of Abel to the blood of Zechariah, who perished between the altar and the sanctuary, yes, I tell you, it will be required of this generation. Woe to you, lawyers, for you have taken away the key of knowledge. You did not enter yourselves, and you hindered those who were entering." As he went away from there, the scribes and Pharisees began to press him hard and to provoke him to speak about many things, lying in wait for him, to catch him in something he might say. Our thoughts for today. There are a few things about buying a used car that are essential to know. Number one, just because a car is shiny and clean does not mean it will run well. Number two, you buy a used car for what it has left in it, not what it has already done. Now that may seem a long stretch from the passage that we are considering, but there are some commonalities we can focus on. The fact that we are giving to kicking tires and slamming doors as a way of testing things out tells much about our thinking. We are influenced greatly by outside packaging. That seems to be a human flaw to a certain degree. To be fooled by outer appearances is nothing new. The saying, "all that glitters is not gold," has been around for a long time. Since we are taken in by the shiny new look to the exclusion of really examining what the inside is all about, after all, that's the whole of advertising. When you think about it, the image more than the substance. Jesus was not fooled by the false piety of the Pharisees. The ceremonial washing, which had been refined and passed down by tradition through the generations, was little more than show. Were we to examine it closely for its true effectiveness in the war against germs, it would no doubt receive failing grades. It wasn't about cleanliness, it was about tradition. Over and over again, Jesus and his disciples would come up against the tradition of the Pharisees and other ruling classes of the Jews that were based somewhat on the old law. Yet the oral tradition of the elders was designed with the best of intentions to further aid the Jews in a holy life. The problem lies in the fact that over time, the tradition trumps the law and it's preeminent to it. It is this part that Jesus will have no part in. It is at this point that Jesus launches his "Woe to you Pharisees" warnings. Jesus offers a solution to this problem of outer cleanliness and inner corruption. Turn the greed into charity, and this will recompense the problem. If greed is the issue, then the cure is to rid yourself of that desire by being gracious to those in need. It will no longer be about acquiring, but giving. We will do well to remember what the Apostle Paul reckoned greed to be. Colossians 3:5, therefore, consider the members of your earthly body as dead to immorality, impurity, passion, evil desire, and greed, which amounts to idolatry. Question of the day. Are there traditions you keep in your life that you do only for the sake of tradition? And a thought to meditate on this day. The healthy balance of internals and externals is a constant battle. On one hand, our human nature is impressed by appearance, yet our spiritual needs look inward. Those are our thoughts for today, April 12th.